It's Banner Week. Football is back. Ike, how you feeling, brother?
Brother Spike, I'm doing pretty good. There's a lot going on this week. I'm excited. You just said it. Football is back. The Titans got off to a great start yesterday out in Milwaukee. Come on, man. We got Nikki Sixx today on the show.
Yep.
Man, come on. Jackie Baseball? Lucky for you, they got off to a good start yesterday. Well, they didn't get off to a good start. They had a great finish in that game. Holla at your boy.
Well, I didn't know it was Banner Week. Is it Banner Week?
Well, yeah, Nick doesn't know.
None of the players know.
Nobody knew.
It's good. And Spike, I'm glad to see you made it on the show after the fasting week.
Yes.
Yeah, that's over.
I'm feeling good,
Although you started dumping out your water and didn't realize it for 5 seconds before the show, so good to see that you are alive.
I made a mistake. And if we're being honest, fasting week may have been my best week on the air here as a host. I was dialed in.
I'm in favor of that at least 3 times a year.
Yes, dialed in. Don't get in my way during fasting week. It is a big show today, as it should be. Elliott Shore Parks with the first official Tuesdays with Elliott of the 2025 Eagles season. That happens at 3. Nick Foles joins us at 4 o'clock. Nick will be out at an event on Thursday night. We will talk to Nick about that at 4. And then we have Joe DeCamara in studio on the show at 4:30 as we try to firm up the rules for the final Fritz versus DeCamara showdown, which will be basketball next week. But, you know, DeCamara's done this whole thing with free throws and all that sort of stuff. So we'll have Lakin in here, and we will have DeCamara in here at 4:30, try to figure out the rules.
That ought to be...
Try to figure
Sparks will fly for that one, I'm sure.
By the way, try to figure out the rules for one-on-one, as if we don't already know what the rules of one-on-one is DeCamara is making this difficult. So, it's Cowboys week. Figure we start off talking a little Eagles-Cowboys here.
Sounds good.
It hit me this weekend. So, I've been, I guess, probably more skeptical than most about the Eagles offseason.
No shocker.
And I was going into this game, I'm like, oh, maybe this is a dangerous game. Maybe this is a dangerous game. And it hit me over the last few days. I don't think this is a dangerous game at all.
Uh-oh.
I actually think the Eagles are going to obliterate the Cowboys on Thursday. I just think there's this...
Oh, man,
I'm just being honest. Let me get to it here. I think they're going to crush them. And I think not only is there a giant talent gap, but there's the parts, like, they finally hit the point, that the Cowboys finally have hit the point where this Jerry Jones thing has just started to, like, unravel.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he can hold it together anymore. And while I'm glad that I think the Eagles are going to win, and I'm glad that I think the Eagles are better than the Cowboys, I do wish that it wasn't like this. Like, I wish the Cowboys were better. I don't think I'm enjoying this fully unraveling of the Dallas Cowboys. And here's why I think about it. So I was thinking about the Commanders last year. Like, all of a sudden, the Commanders were good, and that rivalry felt fun again. The games felt like they mattered.
Yeah.
We could argue with Commanders fans, and it felt fun, right?
Yeah.
Even the Mets right now, even though they are my worst nightmare.
That's not fun.
But it's kind of nice.
Yes.
I think it's kind of cool that the Mets are good the same time
matters,
we are.
yeah.
So there's like, and then I compare that to take the Cowboys out of it for a second, compare that to the Giants. Here is the rivalry that you always thought was the true rivalry.
Yep.
Doesn't feel like anything at all when we play the Giants. And like, this
Although
should be.
that may change this year.
It could. I think that they'll be a little bit better. But I'm thinking about Thursday night. Here we are unveiling our Super Bowl banner on Thursday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. And there should be this huge sense of satisfaction. I don't feel it at all because the Cowboys are nothing. And I actually don't like that the Cowboys are as bad as they are. I wish the Cowboys were good so these games actually meant something and I could get up for them. I don't like bad, horrible Cowboys.
Today? That'll help you out.
Well,
you said a mouthful over there, brother.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I understand the premise of what you're saying. The games are more meaningful when both sides are good. I will say this. We destroyed Dallas twice last year, but I don't believe Dak played in either game, right? He certainly didn't play in the last one that was here.
No, he didn't play in the second one.
Yeah, in the first one, they destroyed him. I don't think he was there for that either.
I can't remember if Dak played in that game
I don't
or
think
not.
he did.
No, actually, I think it was right after he got hurt.
Okay.
I think it was right after he got hurt, yeah.
So that certainly takes a little bit of the juice away as far as how meaningful and the intensity that goes into the game. But I tell you one thing that never changes. The love of seeing defeat and hurt on any Cowboy fan's face. That never changes. Quite frankly, in my 7 years of playing here, 10-4 against the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, 10-4. We curb stomped them. every year, except for my first year. We pretty much curb stomped them, and we enjoyed it. And you know what, Spike? While it'd be great coming into the game with the hype on the Cowboys side, and I don't know if I agree with you about Thursday's game, but I'll get to that. I don't know if I agree with you about the way Thursday's game is going to play out as far as dominating the Cowboys.
Right.
That's what I'm saying about dominating the Cowboys. But getting a victory against them, even in sort of this day and time, Spike, we went through a lot of years of hearing about those stinking rings that they won in the 90s.
Like 30 years ago.
I know, but they were still bragging about it when we didn't have any. Even though they hadn't won in 20 years, they were still talking about their rings, and we were the only team in the division who didn't have a ring. That has changed.
Yes.
And you know what? And now we are the sort of standard bearer of this division, now that we have rings to support and validate the dominance that we've had for the last 25 years, right? Since 2000.
Right.
We've dominated this division. We the Giants won 2 and we won 2 over the last 25 years. But the Cowboys, even though they've been mostly irrelevant when it comes to winning championships, I still hate this whole America's team nonsense. The fact that the Cowboys remain relevant only because of their commercializing of the product,
and
right?
By the way, I don't even know how much longer that's going to last.
Well,
like at a certain
point, been going
point,
for a long time.
Yeah, at a certain point, if they're not good anymore, I like.
Well, when do these Cowboy fans go away?
But I don't ever hear from them anymore. We have Jim, and that's
He's
it.
a bit. He doesn't even do the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't even
anymore.
think he likes the Cowboys. So if
I think he's an Eagles fan.
215-592-9494. Do you wish the Cowboys were a little bit better? I would say this: if I could press a button and have the Cowboys be competent once again, I would choose that.
Just for the competition.
Just for the competition.
Because I want to make sure you don't sound like you want the Cowboys to be better or good because you like them.
No.
Okay,
No.
Yes.
Because in the 90s, the last name went through a run with the Cowboys.
Yes, I know the last name did. I know. But that's not what I'm talking about here.
Right.
It's not because I want them to win. It is because I just feeling the Phillies-Mets thing last year and this year, I'm like, man, that's a rivalry. And it's there because they're both good. Even the Commanders, it came out of nowhere. I honestly cannot remember a time when Redskins fans and Commanders fans were chesty around Eagles fans. But all of a sudden it happened last year, and it made those games fun. Yeah. And like it just feels like and I also think the amount of Cowboys fans in this area has been, there was a whole wave of them that are about our age. That
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Grew up with them on TV all the time. But now that every team's on TV, I don't even feel the Cowboys fans I don't think there's a lot of like 20-year-old Cowboys fans in Philadelphia.
Unless you're a dad who's forced your kids to be Cowboys fans.
Bad parenting.
Let's think about it. Even those Cowboy fans that were there in the 90s, a lot of them grew up with that America's team Cowboys.
It was them and the Steelers.
If you're a kid that grew up from like 2000 to now or 05 to now, why are you a Cowboys fan?
Right.
You're a Patriots fan.
There's no reason to be a Cowboys. You're more likely a Patriots fan.
Yeah, or a Chiefs fan. Or a Chiefs
yes.
fan.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't have like that bandwagon thing for Cowboys fans.
That's true.
Anyway, so I think this week would be more fun if the Cowboys were good, and I
agree with that.
And I honestly think the next we could be in for a period of the next 5 to 7 years with the Cowboys just sort of falling apart. Unless Jerry, well, if he doesn't sell the team, he's uninterested in this whole Micah Parsons thing was a really big moment, I think, because it used to be the thing where he could play games, he could screw over agents, he could screw over players, and at the end of the day, he would say, you know what, I'm going to pay you anyway, and being a Cowboy is that valuable, you're going to stay. Yeah. And Micah Parsons and his agent said, you know what, it's not. Yeah. We won out. And it was the first player that
still
actually
surprised by that.
Yeah, that really
surprised by that.
Stood up to him. So 215-592-9494. Do you wish the Cowboys were at least good to make this week more fun?
I don't feel good about laying 7.5. I'm just telling you.
I do. They're going to win by 3 touchdowns. They are. I'm telling you.
3 touchdowns.
I had it's going to be like, you know what it'll be? It'll be a 37-20 or 37-17 game.
Wow.
I truly believe
I hope you're right.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
I had the moment this week, and I'm like, they're going to obliterated, wasn't it? The
Was
Cowboys,
was that after you started eating again?
Yeah.
the Cowboys don't have enough good players.
You know when you fast, you have clarity.
Yes.
You started eating again,
And
and
it
you went
screwed
straight
me
to
up.
the Eagles blowout.
Yeah.
You started foaming at the mouth when you said it too, right?
Yeah, bro.
Got him.
Got him. I don't care if they go 2-15 as long as the 2 are against the Cowboys.